Welcome back to Sports on Tap. I'm your host, James Laney, with my co-host, Kyle Johnson. Billy! And my co-host, Ryan Fahey.
It's amazing we made that 5 seconds.
Homie, I feel like
I was almost in tears.
I didn't look at you on purpose.
I looked at you once and I almost lost it. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's always rough before the show. But before we get started, just wanted to...
a fact.
Mother Mary. Before we get started, just wanted to kind of point out that this is our 1-year anniversary of Sports on Tap.
Happy birthday, boys.
So thank you,
Happy
everyone
birthday.
that has been supporting us every step of the
All
way.
16 of you.
We got like 20. But thank you, everyone, for every step of the way. We can't wait to keep growing, keep going. We're excited to go.
Google just wants to
Google is
join.
talking to me. Google's excited.
Thank you, Google.
Thank you, Google. But let's get right into it. But thank you, everyone, for supporting us every step of the way. Can't wait for many more years of Sports on Tap.
Yup.
Fantasy football. We're doing sleepers today. Let's start at the quarterback position. Kyle, you've been really hyped up about fantasy this year, so I'm letting you start.
Fantasy,
Now, this is also...
Fantasy's back, boys.
This is
Football's
also,
back.
like kind of before preseason. A lot of these can change because you're going to see a lot of people. Average draft picks are going to move all the time. So, like, this is just putting that. This is before preseason, before we get a taste of, like, what everybody's doing. You want to start with quarterback?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, so my first quarterback is a sleeper, a good guy to keep an eye on, Matt Ryan.
Nice.
His average draft pick is like, he's like a 4th, 5th round draft pick right now.
I feel like that's high.
He seems to do a good year, bad year almost every year with him. Like MVP has a horrible slump season.
Yeah.
Throws for 4,000 yards. Even last year though, when without Julio Jones, he still threw more than any other quarterback in the league, so his volume's really, really high. And then I still think he's in a good situation, even though he doesn't have Julio Jones. Calvin Ridley's no slouch. He proved that last year. Great season. Kyle Pitts is going to be a phenomenal tight end.
That's the big one for me.
That O-line is okay. I mean, it's all right O-line. Their offense has really never been the problem. It's been the defense with Atlanta.
The offense always has to carry that defense, and that's why I could see him putting up some fat stats. I think people are nervous because Julio Jones is gone.
I got to see. Well, I mean, it makes sense. That's like your go-to guy.
He's also a top guy in the league.
Julio Jones.
When he's healthy.
But hold on. I can tell you his average draft pick real quick. And this is Pro Football Focus. So, yeah, he's the 15th drafted quarterback right now. He's ahead of, like, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson, Ben Roethlisberger, Kirk Cousins. So, like, I mean, you're going to be able to get him very late in the draft, and I think he's going to put up a lot of numbers, like starting caliber QB numbers. He's not going to finish, top.
Well, Matt Ryan's never really been a slouch. It's more just
even last year
the team can suck.
Yeah, even last year without Julio, he threw like 28 touchdowns and 11 picks or something like that. It's close, but he's no bum. There's a reason. There's a reason Julio got traded and he didn't, because it's like he still has value.
And the fact that Calvin Ridley, everyone's like, oh, he can only do it against number 2s. If you look at his stats against number 1 cornerbacks,
yeah, you were preaching that all last year.
I would say he actually did. I tried trading for Calvin Ridley so many times last year.
He killed it.
My buddy would not let him go.
Yeah, he's in a really good situation. So Matt Ryan, I think, is a really good sleeper at QB.
Ryan,
do you have 2 or just 1?
I have 2.
I got a couple.
Let's okay. All right. So my first one, this is gonna cause some sort of in here, but my first sleeper for quarterback is Ian Book. Sleeper out of Notre Dame, quarterback for the Saints. Now, this is why I wanted to talk about it. I brought this up before the show, and then I said we'll talk about this later.
He's not even getting drafted, so he is a fucking sleeper.
I'm telling you, I'm a Notre Dame fan. I watched him for 4 years. The kid can ball.
Yeah,
and with the versatility of Taysom Hill, I don't know if they just want to hold that at quarterback the whole time.
I don't know if Taysom Hill's going to play QB.
That's what I mean.
I'm sure he will, but I'm sure Taysom Hill's going to be all over.
I like Jameis too, but
Jameis has got the arm talent.
I gotcha, but what Jameis are you getting? Because Ian Book can take care of the goddamn football. That's what I'm focused on.
30 for 30.
Which 30 do you want?
That's what I mean. I'm not saying I am not saying draft him, but if he's gonna be available after the draft. And if Jameis is off, they're going to put Ian Book in. Ian Book takes care of the football, and he can deliver a great pass.
Yeah,
keep him in mind.
I'm not opposed to that either.
I'm not saying he's going to break records, but he's going to be a serviceable quarterback in this league. Remember the name.
He could be a backup quarterback kind of guy if needed.
If you need it, remember this name.
If he plays.
At least this season, I'd say stay away from the Saints QB situation.
Oh,
It's going to be a mess.
Absolutely, but Ian, I'm telling you, I love the kid coming out of Notre Dame. He was phenomenal with us.
Yeah.
It was great to watch. I was
Right.
happy. I mean, anyone picking up for Drew Brees as one of the greatest quarterbacks ever is a tall task.
Oh, yeah, there's a
Trying
lot
to
of
fill in those shoes.
there's
Yeah,
a lot of
literally.
stats to fill for
And
the Saints this year.
And I like Jameis, but my God, if that eye surgery didn't go well.
Yeah.
LASIK
I think-
worked for me.
I think
mean, I'm
James's problem is his mental a lot of times. Like even when like that 30 for 30 season, it's like some of the balls he's throwing, it's like, dude, what the fuck are you challenging right now? Like,
He's just
why are
he would
you-
huck it up there. His decision making
not
is his
even.
problem.
It's like it's
That's
because
what
he
I
has
mean.
the arm talent.
yeah.
And
Just-
what I saw in college, Ian Brooks was phenomenal. So I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
great reads.
just he's not
All right, we're
going to.
starting-
Do not draft him. Do not draft him.
Pick him up after.
Pick him up after.
Sleepers. Just throw him on the watch list.
This dude's in a coma.
I had to.
All right.
I had to.
I'm going Drew Lock. I think we had a lot of hype for him last year, and
Even with Teddy Bridgewater?
Drew Lock's clearly got to get the starting job.
Yeah.
If he gets a starting job,
I don't even think it's clearly. I think it's more they're in a decent situation at QB this
well,
year.
the thing with Drew Lock and the Broncos is last year we were hyping up a lot, and then he didn't have a great season, but it's because all of his guys kept getting hurt. Like Jerry Jeudy got hurt at one point, Colton Sutton got hurt at one point. So if they
Yeah,
can
but
stay healthy,
His decision making was a little weird last year too. He was very
but now
That
he
was-
also now has a competition against Teddy Bridgewater that can light some fire under some guys. Once again, these are sleepers. I'm not saying he's going to be MVP dark horse, but I could think same thing, serviceable backup, solid guy you could have.
a lot of time. I think QB competition is very good.
I think it's great for quarterbacks.
Yeah,
I mean, look at like we were talking about Mac Jones and Cam Newton last year.
Gardner Minshew, Trevor.
Exactly, last week. But yeah, the
Yeah.
competitions bring out the best in guys. So I could see him just with the young talent. Jerry Judy's only going to get better.
They
Collins-
do have a great offense as far as like talent too. So whoever's starting there, I wouldn't be opposed to whether
I would
it's
say-
Teddy or Drew Lock.
I agree with that. If Teddy gets the starting job, and Teddy's always been a solid guy too, just the Broncos starting quarterback. I went with Drew Lock just because I was with him like on the hype train last year, so I'm going to ride it again.
Yeah,
Once again, don't take him high, but he's one of those guys you can get in a later round that could really help out your team.
actually, he average draft position is 34 for Drew Lock, 36 for Teddy Bridgewater. So it's kind of a mix.
It's who gets the starting job.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to.
You want to keep it quarterbacks?
Yep.
Yes.
Who's your second one?
Trey Lance. And actually, I think this changes as soon as the preseason starts because I think his average draft pick is going to shoot way the fuck up. Because everything I've been hearing out of that camp is great chemistry. I like their talent. I like the great defense. I like their receivers. I think they have a lot of good down at San Fran. I think Shanahan's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they went out, they drafted Trey Lance. It's basically how long is Jimmy Garoppolo going to be the starter?
Yep.
And I think when this preseason comes and goes and Trey Lance absolutely kills it, I really don't think it lasts very long for Jimmy.
Jimmy also is probably going to get hurt by week 3. Like, I
Oh,
hate
for
to
real.
say it.
The man literally.
I wonder when their
He's
bye
made of
week
glass.
is actually. Because,
That's usually when you throw in a guy so they get an extra week to learn the offense.
yeah, that's usually when the switchover is probably going to happen. But Trey Lance, I think, is a guy, we'll wait and see what happens with the preseason, but I think he's going to kill it this preseason. And I think if he starts over Jimmy, it's just a great fit, great spot. His average draft position, hold on, he's way down there. Yeah, Jimmy's 33, and Trey Lance is 21, actually. So he's getting drafted higher than
Wow.
Jimmy Garoppolo right now.
Wow. That is
Yeah.
interesting.
What else we got?
You got-
Sticking QBs there.
You got a second QB or no?
Yeah, I do. Sam Darnold.
I don't hate that.
It's going to be a hit or miss.
It's gonna be
Big hit
it's
or
gonna be
miss with him.
Big hit or miss. New spot. New places. It tends like look what happened with Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill was I straight up bum in Miami. Went to Tennessee, revitalized his career. And anyone, unless you're Joe Namath, you really can't do anything in New York.
No.
Like, I mean, especially at this point, or that other guy too.
Bring Rex Ryan back.
Yeah,
Let me see
but
it.
like I'm just saying, it's
see
hard
it.
for anyone to really do anything. I feel bad. The kid that just got drafted, I forget his name already.
Zach Wilson.
This is a make or break year for
Zach
Sam
Wilson,
Darnold
yeah.
too.
Oh,
I
it
think
is.
this
Well,
gonna
yeah,
be-
well, because I mean, Will Greer's is not it. I don't know what happened to him, but like, yeah, it's Sam Darnold's job to lose. This you could hit or miss with him. He's going to be a late round pick, absolutely.
average draft pick 30.
Yep.
Amongst QBs.
Yeah.
But yeah. 30.
So I mean, dark horse, absolutely sleeper for sure.
yeah.
And so for my second guy, he's not so much a sleeper because he's been doing better these past couple years. Ryan Tannehill, like you just said, I think he should be drafted higher than he has been just because of the addition of Julio Jones. And I was saying before the show, he's been an efficient quarterback, so he doesn't turn over the ball a lot.
He's getting some love this year.
I mean, he also has the help of having Derrick Henry in the backfield, so you have to respect that run game. But now you have A.J. Brown, who has clearly shown that he's a dominant wide receiver, and he's only going to get better. Plus, he's paired up with Julio Jones. And Corey Davis is still there, who's no slouch.
Going to be disgusting.
Exactly. So I'm not saying he's a total sleeper, but he's a guy that I think deserves a little more respect this year, which I do think he's getting.
10th amongst QBs, right behind Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean, he's going to get drafted in your league, but he is somebody you can pick up in the late round if you're not looking to get him a Mahomes,
right?
Lamar. I like that.
If you're not looking to jump up to get him, he's a guy that you can get on the down.
Alrighty, another guy I have. Hold on.
Are you doing you have 3 quarterbacks?
No, just gonna.
So are we doing?
What position are you coming up with?
Yeah, we can do receiver.
Receiver, let's hit it.
All right, receivers. Actually, I got a lot. My first one I'll go with Deebo Samuel. I think he's a guy who's getting undervalued just because of what happened last year. Yeah. He ended up getting hurt. I forget for how long, but he killed it every time he was on the field. He was clearly their number one. Who's the other guy? Ayuki or whatever his name is.
Yep.
I forget his first name.
The kid's a stud. That kid's a stud.
He was
too.
really good.
Yep.
However, I think Deebo Samuel is better, and I think Deebo Samuel is going to thrive in that offense.
Dude, yards after the catch, that's his game.
It's disgusting.
He's gross.
Just wait till Trey Lance gets in there, too.
His average draft pick, hold on, too, because I got a problem with this thing is writing these down was such a pain, so like I have to go to the thing every time. But yeah, he's getting, I think Ayuki's actually getting drafted higher than he is. Yeah, so
only because Deebo was hurt and he had that
that's the thing.
That one play like down the sideline where he hurdled a guy. That play sits in the minds of everybody because it was great.
But Ayuk's getting drafted 26 amongst receivers, and Deebo Samuel, he's way down. Oh wow, he is very far down. Yeah, he is definitely getting undervalued. No way. Where the hell is this guy?
You put him on
the
board.
Deebo?
Deebo, yeah. All right, I had to have missed him. Yeah, had to have. Hold on.
Did he hurt? Like he's not like hurt, is he?
No.
Yeah. All right.
No.
Wow. Yeah, he is not. He's either not on here, like they missed him, or I am just big dumb.
I mean, that's
I
big
don't answer that. Oh no, there we go. So yeah, Ayuk's still getting drafted higher, but Deebo's getting drafted 37th amongst wide receivers.
Wow.
So
that seems disrespectful.
He'll be in the area with like Tyler Boyd, Jarvis Landry, Marquise Brown. Actually, Antonio Brown's right around there too.
Landry's down there?
Landry's down
We
there.
gotta think Odell's coming back.
It doesn't matter. Landry's so consistent.
No,
that's hella disrespectful.
I'm just thinking that's the only thing that's
what the hell?
He's another sleeper guy. He was literally, I think Jarvis Landry was my flex player almost every week last year.
He's a guy that's going to get consistent. He also
15 points a game.
He gets also a lot of receptions. That's where it comes in. It adds up.
But
he also was a number one last year.
But as far as good sleepers, late round draft picks for like wide receivers, I think Deebo Samuel is a perfect fit for most teams. He's gonna be a wide receiver one that you can get in like round 4 or 5. So I think Deebo Samuel's
nice,
great fit.
Alan Lazard,
love it.
Come on,
love it.
I mean,
Rodgers
when he like, yeah, absolutely.
Rodgers is gonna ball out for a fat contract.
Absolutely. And I know it's probably third option. Him and Vontez Scantling probably a third option behind.
Randall Cobb's back.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Broken Randall Cobb's.
Yeah,
Cobb's gonna be okay.
Yeah, but like when he was healthy, he was balling.
He was good.
He really was.
Yeah, he was balling.
I think too. Another year of like chemistry with Aaron Rodgers is gonna be good. Scatling, I've never liked. He's been like
he's a big dude.
He was just a big body guy.
He's a big dude, but he doesn't really run very well. He's a good like.
He tries to outmuscle people. Yeah. That's all he is. Well, he's what, like 6'4"? He's a big, like I said, big dude.
Yeah, but he's never put up the numbers we all thought he was going to.
Unless it's against the Patriots, where he just balls out for no reason.
Well, I mean, everybody has like those one games, like you know what I mean? Like it gets that glimmer of hope, and then it's 4-point week after 4-point week after 4-point week, and it's like, dude.
There they go.
Yeah.
Into the wind.
Yeah, and then you drop him and he puts up 35 and you're like, I'm going to kill myself. But
yeah.
I don't know. I like Lazard over Scatling.
Yeah.
Rodgers going to ball.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely ball.
I'm going Rashad Bateman, the rookie for Baltimore.
Ooh, yeah.
The reason I like that because I know they added Sammy Watkins, but Sammy's more of an inside guy where Bateman is more of an outside guy. He's a great open field runner. He can play inside, but great open field runner. Also, the Ravens have clearly been trying to become more of a passing team over the last few years. We've been seeing it. They've been, I don't want to say forcing it on Lamar, but they're clearly trying to stem away from being so run dominant because they don't want Lamar to get hurt. And the kid, I was watching some highlights. He's aggressive. His route running is pretty impressive.
He was a first round pick too.
27th overall pick. Yeah. As a third option, who I think could come up to be a second option, Marquise Brown is not consistent either. He either goes off, but Marquise Brown kind of complains sometimes, and it's annoying.
He's going to be a deep ball guy, Marquise Brown.
Rashad Bateman seems a little more. He's definitely more outside guy, but when I was watching, he can do both. He can play inside and outside the numbers.
I like that pick. So, and actually, I don't know where Bateman's going. He's going to be a late round talent, though, for sure.
It depends on. I really think it depends on Marquise Brown where he's going to be at this year, because if he finally becomes the number one that the Ravens drafted him to be, then Rashad Bateman could fall a little, but
Marquise Brown is actually getting drafted ahead of him, yeah. So
which makes sense because he's been there longer, he's been a professional longer, he's been a part of the system longer. It only makes sense.
Yeah,
I think he could be a steal later on. He's a guy that I could think could go over Sammy Watkins.
Really?
Interesting.
That's fair.
And Sammy's no slouch. Like Sammy's a great number 2.
Another wide receiver I have, Cooper Kupp.
Nice.
So I think
nice.
He had
great pick
with Stafford.
Great pick.
He had a very down year last year. And actually, Robert Woods is actually getting drafted ahead of him, which makes no fucking sense to me. Because,
Robert Woods stays more healthy than Cooper Kupp.
But he's not the better receiver.
I understand
but it's who's on the field.
But like Cooper Kupp has an injury thing.
So Robert Woods' average draft pick is 49. Cooper Kupp is 55. Or amongst that's like where he's ranked overall, I guess. But
with the addition of Stafford, that's.
But everyone's taking Robert Woods. I don't think he's the better fit there. I like Cooper Kupp. I think he's the better receiver. I think Stafford does a lot more. He's going to be a lot better with the ball, so I think everybody's going to benefit. If Robert Woods on the field,
saying Jared Goff doesn't know what he's doing.
Come on, now.
What?
Well,
don't even touch Jared Goff.
Is it still Matt Patricia in the?
Nope, Patricia's back with New England.
With New England, he's the defensive coordinator.
Oh, Billy,
full circle. Huh?
Oh, Billy.
Yeah, right. They always come crawling back.
They really do.
It's fucking wild.
Oh, it's unreal.
But yeah, I like Cooper Kupp. I think. He's just going to benefit from Matt Ryan there. Like I said, Robert Woods is getting drafted ahead of him, which doesn't make any sense to me. I think Cooper Kupp is clearly the better receiver. So go out, draft him. You'll be able to get him probably. He might fall past like the 5th round possibly. Like there's a chance Cooper Kupp drops a significant amount, and I don't know why, but yeah, I think he's going to be a great fit, great late sleeper. He's a guy I'd actually draft ahead of Debo. I like him that much. He's just good. He's
always been pretty consistent when on the field.
Yeah, and I mean last year was just a product of the Rams offense being horrible.
Yeah,
so.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Jared.
For the love of God, stop sleeping on Cole Beasley. Stop.
It is time to stop sleeping on Cole Beasley.
Like,
dude gets
I was
5.
When we did a sleeper,
he gets 5 receptions every game, bro.
When we did stardom sit-ins last year, he was my stardom every single week. He proved me right every single week.
I used to always say he was a cheap man's Edelman, but then he became like an Edelman.
He was Edelman.
That's what I'm saying. With the amount of receptions he gets, plus he has Stephon Diggs and Emmanuel Sanders.
Oh, I forgot they got.
Yeah, who are they gonna? So he's gonna get so many.
How are they gonna guard? How are they gonna guard everybody?
He's getting 5 catches a game, bare minimum.
Get Cole Beasley on your roster.
If it's not PPR, this is a little different. But PPR,
get him on your roster.
Yeah,
he's so consistent, it's ridiculous.
I've never understood guys that don't play PPR.
I did like 1 year, and I was like, I fucking hate my life because it makes tight ends and wide receivers completely useless. So it's like. And there's already like 12 running backs to begin with, so.
Yeah,
don't play not PPR. I don't fucking like you if you do.
No, yeah. Get Cole Beasley on your roster. That's it. That's all I got to say.
I only got 1 wide receiver.
All right.
No,
he only
had 1 wide receiver. So if you want to throw 1 more out there.
Kyle's got 7 more to go, so
I have a lot of wide receivers. Deontay Johnson. Steelers, or Pittsburgh's wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Pittsburgh wide receiver. Get him on your roster.
Pittsburgh wide receiver.
Get him on your roster.
Chase Claypool and Juju Smith are being drafted ahead of him right now. Juju Smith, I think, is going to have a horrible year. I think
it's Big Ben.
It's Big Ben.
I don't buy the slim Big Ben. I don't.
Slim, yeah. I saw the photo that was slim Big Ben.
Like he got really skinny. I'm like, did he?
Slim.
Not to mention their O-line's going to be whatever. But I think out of I usually tend to stay away from wide receiver trios. Like, what was it? The Cowboys are a good example. Like Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and
even like
I can not think
Michael Gallup.
There we go.
Even
Michael
like
Gallup.
the Bucs' big three wide receivers, like because who's going to have the big game?
That's the big one. It's like you're picking straws at that point, and they don't even all have to have a big game. It's like you could spread
even
300 yards around, and everyone only gets like 10 points a game. Like there's a way that can happen. Deontay Johnson, however, I think sophomore season, he did really well last year. Chase Claypool, I think, is going to do really well, but I think Juju is going to be the odd man out. So I think out of everybody getting drafted, I really think he's going to be, and he's like a late sleeper too. He's 10-man league, 12-man league, going probably 7th, 8th round. I don't know. I like him. I think he's consistent. I think he's good. And I actually still think Big Ben puts up relatively okay stats. They're not going to win a lot of games, but I think he throws for like 4,000 yards and 25 touchdowns. So.
I'm just not buying Big Ben. He didn't look great last year. He hasn't looked good in a while. I know they started 11-0, but even when we were saying it, like was probably the worst.
He lost gas.
Listen, it's going to be empty stats. They're not going to win a lot of games. I really don't see Pittsburgh coming out of that.
They're going to have a winning season.
Well, but that's the thing though. Is Mike Tomlin doesn't? He finds a way to win these games.
That's what I mean. They're going to have a winning season. It just depends on what side of the ball wins it for them.
It's going to be like
it's probably going to be their defense.
They're literally going. Yeah, they're going to be like 7 and no, they're going to be like 9 and whatever. Like at base. Very
first
minimum,
round exit.
Yeah,
playoffs.
Not even. I don't even think they make the playoffs. But a lot of empty stats, so they're going to be competing in games at least.
Do you have another receiver, Kyle?
No.
Oh wow, there's only 3.
Hold it.
Running backs.
Oh no. Start off, Kyle. Start with running backs.
Kyle again.
Keep the rotation going. Come on.
Right.
Don't take
Zach Moss.
Okay. I thought you were going to take my mans. I got nervous real quick.
So he was a rookie last year. He had a couple good games. He was behind. I forget who he was behind last year.
Singletary?
Devin Singletary. He's not going to get a lot of receptions because I think Singletary's still there.
Well, Moss is more of a big body guy.
Moss is going to get the runs. He's going to get the early down possessions. He's going to get like
goal line situations.
He's a big body guy. It's not that he can't catch either. He was pretty decent in college.
I could see him being a touchdowner. What's the same touchdown or break?
He's a guy who I think has potential to get.
Thank you. You're welcome. Words.
He's a guy who I think has potential to get 1,000 yards, and probably like 8 or 9 touchdowns. He's going to benefit from being the early down back there, but it really comes down to how much they need a guy like that. Like if they're just blowing people out every week because it's the Bills, they're going to be probably AFC Championship or bust this year.
Yep. They should be.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a bust of a season if they don't get to the AFC Championship. Yep. But I think Zach Moss is going to benefit. Like if they're ahead by however many, they're going to be running late. He's going to be a guy who's going to get a lot of carries. He's probably going to see the ball. I don't know. He's a 3 down back, so it's like that. He's going to get a lot of carries. Potential for a lot of touchdowns. Potential for a lot of yards. Maybe not a lot of catches, but I like him. I like it. The fit.
Najee Harris.
Love it.
Yep.
He was going to be my second one.
That man was a beast at Alabama. Then he can catch the ball. The big thing, he can catch the ball out of the backfield.
He's a workhorse too.
Workhorse, absolutely.
He's a full down back.
He goes, I don't get why people struggle with one-handed catches. I'm like, what?
Yeah. He's
you're a running back.
He's insane. And it's in Pittsburgh. If you can catch the ball, they love you. They will use you.
He's a guy too. I would say like draft over like Joe. Like he's going ahead of Joe Mixon, but barely. Like
Joe Mixon, I feel like has been just upsetting the last few years.
Joe Mixon fucking sucks.
He's always a guy I'm like, oh yeah, that's like not a bad snag.
And I'm like, offensive line. Don't draft Joe Mixon. You're gonna be disappointed.
Stay away from Bengals players unless it's Joe Burrow because
Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
you're gonna be disappointed every year you draft.
Because if you don't have an
I am disappointed every time I draft Joe Mixon because I feel like I get him every year, and I'm like, why do I keep doing this?
Projected 30 points, puts up 7.
Stupidity is doing the same thing expecting different results. That's me drafting Joe Mixon.
Insanity.
That's insanity.
Okay, well either way,
stupidity is thinking insanity is what stupidity is. How's that burn feel, James? Slam. Welcome to Denny's. Here's the grand slam witch, James. Oh! Oh my god, it was so good.
It wasn't that great of a burn.
So it was. You were silent. What are you talking about?
It was okay.
There was James. If I make no words come out of you, that was a good one.
I feel like that one hurt more.
Clap back, motherfucker. Clap back.
You got nothing.
Who am I running back?
You can't even say it.
You can't handle the truth. No.
Sucker.
I got Travis Jr., running back for Jacksonville. I know you're going to be like, oh, but they have James Robinson. Yes, but I think Travis is going to get more of the...
Sophomore slump?
Nope, he's a rookie. James Robinson, I think, is still going to be well. But I think Travis is going to be used at wide receiver as well, because he said... The coach was saying that I'm not saying every freaking down.
Yes, I did hear this.
But no,
I did hear this.
It's Trevor's boy there.
Oh, the
running back from Clemson. Yes. So they said worst case scenario, he's a running back with elite wide receiver skills. So I see him sharing running time with James Robinson, but also I see him being used at wide receiver because they could use that help. I know they have Marvis Jones now, which added to that. But if you have a guy, why not have James Robinson in the backfield and put him out wide?
No. Actually, Urban Meyer.
I think reception wise, that's going to help a ton.
Urban Meyer is I think a coach that would do that too, because he has
the college creativity to him, and I think the NFL is going more and more towards that. But since Urban Meyer was actually a part of it, I see Travis being used in multiple ways. That's where his value is.
Running back is going to be the hardest to draft this year because, like I said, there's 12 running backs and then everybody else. So
let's also not forget, like we just said, the chemistry between Trevor and Travis.
Yeah.
So that's going to carry over
if Trevor starts.
That's true.
Trevor's a guy too. I wouldn't be opposed to drafting because I think at some point he may. The talent, the upside is there. It's just a matter of if. It's not a matter of when. It's a matter of if.
Well, clearly, he's the long-term guy, Trevor.
Yeah.
You don't take him number one overall, being basically compared to John Elway and all that jazz.
Unless Gardner Minshew throws for 4,500 yards and like 30 touchdowns.
Either way, he has a good quarterback. He has a good quarterback situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
Thanks, Billy.
Billy.
Any other running back?
I got one.
My second one was Najee Harris, so no.
My other one's Damian Harris.
You beat me by a second. I was just looking at
my only thing is, and I know we're saying like the Patriots are going to run it a lot.
They're going
New
to run
England
it a lot,
just always goes.
I know
running back committee.
Sony Michel can
I know.
suck me.
Sony Michel, how he's not fired into the sun is beyond me.
I'm not even talking about him.
First round draft pick.
Sony,
bye.
Not even him. I'm talking. You still have James White.
AJ
then you
Dillon.
got the kid from
AJ Dillon.
No, AJ Dillon's in Green Bay. Are you feeling okay?
Really?
AJ Dillon's in Green Bay.
Would you see a preseason trade package that Bleacher Report puts out?
No, I thought didn't we have that was the small guy that was running like fast as hell last year. Who am I thinking of?
Damian Harris.
Oh no, he's thinking of Dillon. It's not AJ Dillon.
It's something
I know what you're talking about, but also we have the Oklahoma kid too. I just don't see him. I know who J.K. Dobbins.
No, he's in Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Who the heck are we thinking of? There was like an average.
I
know who you're talking about, but either
Kyle's
way,
going back to like 2014 with Jonas Gray because he's like that little bull.
Biggest one-hit wonder I've ever
tell
seen.
Me about it, dude. I thought we had something.
Well, I mean, any other.
But also, I just feel like there's so many running backs always in New England that you never. Besides the guy.
Oh, I know, but when we had Damian Harris as our first down back and like running the ball, that offensive line opened holes from it. A healthy offensive line. Healthy. Let's keep that in mind.
So there is a chance.
New England just spits through running backs, though.
Well, hold on.
I know,
we have always had a good offensive line. The fact
that's New England spitting through running backs.
Oh, okay. So you can make that sound effect now, but when we wanted to make that the background noise of this episode, you were up in arms about it. It's ridiculous.
I'd like
you
just
we'll talk to my manager.
James, can I have a raise? No,
you need to talk to my agent.
Yeah, so that just threw me for a fucking whirl. I totally forgot what the hell I was going to say. Oh no, it was Sony Michel. I wanted to really...
Just don't touch him.
No, I just wanted to shit on him real quick. The fact that he couldn't run behind...
Folks, this is our own team that we don't know. This is the best part.
The fact that Sony Michel couldn't run... Listen, I'm so distracted right now.
This is our own team. We're like, who's on the roster? Like
that's how many running backs they have all the time.
Here's the thing. What he's talking about, I don't think existed.
It's not AJ Dillon. No, this guy.
There was
another guy.
Like a 5'10" running back who was wicked tiny and ran like a fucking gazelle.
JJ Taylor?
That's who it was.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh
I knew it was.
God.
I knew it was. So AJ. I knew it was like JJ.
JJ Taylor played one game. That was a Kansas City game.
And he was good. I'm just saying,
for like
he's still there?
three downs. Yeah, I think so.
That's how many running backs they go through. That's why I always stay away from them.
Okay,
dude,
it's
the fact that I just got that, I'm bricked up right now. I'm bricked up.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Yes, you do.
Jacked up, hyped up. Anyway, who are we even at now?
I don't know. I'm like,
don't give me those eyes. Those eyes mean.
I gotta.
Oh, we're on tight ends now, I think.
Tight ends? Who you got, Cal, at tight end?
I'm sorry, I was about to ask Google what the fuck bricked up means. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me go back to my notes.
For tight ends.
So I have 2 tight ends. First one, I was on this wave all last season.
Say it.
Nobody listened.
Say it.
He was phenomenal. Logan Thomas.
Yes! Let's go, baby.
Logan Thomas.
Yes.
Too obvious. That's why I didn't pick him.
Are you, dude?
No, no one liked him. No one liked him.
Every week
was available
we said
every week last year. Every week.
I just thought it was so obvious. Maybe it's because we talked about it so much. But
plus they have a consistent quarterback in Ryan Fitzpatrick. Consistent-ish. I think that team's going to be a playoff team. MVP. Okay. The dude killed it last year. He was. Hold on. Let's see.
Dude, Logan Thomas is a beast.
Dude, the fact that he was out there as long as he was.
Dude, I told you guys that. My favorite thing about the kid was he was a quarterback in college. So got drafted as a quarterback for Arizona.
A beast tight end.
Now he's a 6'6" tight end.
What?
Yeah, that's the Tannehill.
What?
But yeah, Logan Thomas is getting drafted as like the number 8 tight end right now. He's behind like Dallas Goedert, Mark Andrews, Hawkinson, Kyle Pitts, Walt. He can finish as the number 4 tight end this season. I really think he can. Behind Kelsey, Kittle, Waller.
I like that.
He is going to be drafted late. He phenomenal last year. Like great stats. He has good chemistry. I think he's 30 years old too. Like,
yeah. I
cannot preach it enough. He's going to be a top tier fantasy football tight end, like option at tight end. You can get him so late.
Absolutely.
Please, like out of everybody I said, Logan Thomas, put him on the watch list. So
I literally didn't pick him just because I thought it was so obvious, but I like the pick.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Bears tight end, Cole Kemp.
I like that.
Andy Dalton's not a bum, but I'm really waiting for Justin Fields to come in because I think he's the more impressive quarterback. And they don't have Allen Robinson anymore, am I correct? No, they franchise tagged him.
No, they have Allen Robinson.
Oh, that's to me. But either way.
He's going to be the starting tight end.
He's going to be the starting tight end. I see him getting receptions. I see him doing solid. He's clearly not going to be like the top tight end. That's like Kittle, Waller, Kelsey. Can't believe I didn't say Kelsey first. He's going to be one of those top guys. He's not going to be one of those top guys. I see him getting a lot of receptions because he's going to be getting a lot of playing time because he's going to be the starting tight end. It's really a simple, quick.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So my tight end, my second one was Logan Thomas.
That's fair.
I was so high. I'm high on this guy kid. But my first one, Jonnu Smith.
There goes my second one.
Get in there, dude. What? Especially Peak Newton uses tight ends like no other quarterback. Like look what he did with Greg Olsen.
Yeah. Not to mention him and Hunter Henry. It's like who do you cover?
Well, the thing is, also, I feel like Hunter Henry, he's injury prone. I know he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. He'll probably be back regular season.
Yeah, they say it's not serious. Like they were barely going to play him in the preseason.
You know what's what I love about that actually, like the fact that we have 2 really good. It's back to like the Gronk, Aaron Hernandez kind of like offense that we had at least.
Ooh, no, because those 2 were like next level.
Not the same.
It's
not
like
the same level.
It's
not
like
the same level, but same.
It's like an A to a B.
Yeah, like we can run the same
A plus to
them.
a B. Give it that extra step.
Well,
Gronk is one of the best tight ends of all time, if not the.
And then Aaron Hernandez is just a fucking killer, dude.
And wow, you're such an asshole.
Is he?
Oh no, I know.
I think it's well deserved.
No, it's a great description, but like I knew he was gonna go there.
On and off the field, bro. Like,
on and off the field is an absolute cold-blooded
murderer,
killer, dude. He loves killing so much. He did no. Not going to go there. Never mind.
You ever hear the story, actually? Just a quick side note. I don't remember some defender, like, knocked...
If you say that... He goes, did you know Aaron Hernandez killed someone?
No, somebody... Like, there was some defender, he knocked Aaron Hernandez out of bounds, and he's, like, guy was talking trash, and Aaron Hernandez goes, I'll kill you. And he's like, yeah, okay, buddy.
Oh,
then all that news came out, and he goes, whew, dodged a bullet.
Wow.
Literally.
He's like, I think I need to retire. I'm going to go home. Me? Are we doing
he took my second tight end.
Right. Yeah, so you are the
So
only
this
one.
this guy is he's somebody I would really, really keep an eye on just because he is in a phenomenal situation. He's not even getting drafted right now in a lot of leagues. Adam Troutman or Troutman. I
doesn't even know his name.
He's the tight end for the Saints. No Jared Cook. No Drew Brees.
I forgot that.
No, exactly. Nobody's even thinking about this guy right now. He put up okay stats last year. Nothing.
Well, it's the uncertainty at quarterback too.
That's another big one. But
I know,
the Saints,
you're trying
Saints
to
offense under Sean Payton is the number one offense for tight ends in the last decade, dude. They throw to the tight ends more than almost any other team. Adam Troutman, make sure you remember that name. He is going to be the starter in New Orleans. He's already proven himself. Keep an eye on him in the preseason. But he's a lot of leagues, he's not even getting drafted. You can get him probably your last pick in the draft. Maybe even as a free agent. The dude is going to ball out. And it's by preseason, it's going to be over. He's probably going to be drafted same spot around Logan Tom. He will be drafted this year.
Wow. Yeah. That high.
The dude is going to be good. He's going to be really...
I think volume, like you said, volume.
It's volume alone. Even if he's not the best player or the best skill position, whatever.
Situation.
Huge situationally, they're under Sean Payton. They always throw to the tight ends. He's gonna get a ton of volume. I could see him honestly putting up 700 yards this year, probably 5-6 touchdowns. He's gonna have good weeks. Keep an eye on him.
Fair enough. Defenses?
I did not do any defenses.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go. I got a couple of defense. I gotta go homebound here. New England Patriots.
That's my second one.
I say bringing Hightower back. That is huge. He can run the front seven again. I know Patrick Chung retired, but Duggar filled in real nice.
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
I mean, and I think bringing Kyle Van Noy back is great.
Yep.
Not that I think he is overly super talented, but it's been shown he plays better in this system than others.
Yes.
Because when he went to Miami, it's everybody just kind of
good.
He was okay, but he clearly fits better in this system.
Big time.
And I just think having all those pieces back, everything coming together, and let's not
forget with the upgrades too.
Let's not forget, still one of the top secondaries in the league.
Yeah, it's still a no-fly zone.
J.C. Jackson, Stephon Gilmore, Devin McCourty, and I'm throwing Duggar in there. Clearly, I mean he's out there, but
at this point
he's no bum.
Playing linebacker right now. The dude is very versatile.
I remember when they drafted Duggar, and I was just oh wow, the best D2 player. I'm like, that's so lame. Well, I'm glad I was wrong.
Did you ever see his combine stats?
Oh no, I know he was a freak, and he's
disgusting.
Proving he's a freak.
The fact that he played D2, I have yet to figure out the reason why he's ended up.
He probably exploded his senior year,
college. Well,
yeah,
actually,
or junior year, his last season.
Whatever it is, that dude's a fucking stud.
And
I actually think he's going to be a phenomenal defensive player.
And let's not forget what Bill Belichick did with his debacle defense last year. Now that it's all coming back together, it's Bill Belichick. I could see this being top 5 defense. They're
ninth amongst defenses.
I know they were top 10, but I could see them being top 5 defense.
Their average draft pick amongst defenses is 10th. So they're going to be I actually like that as a sleeper for defense. I like that a lot.
So this one, I mean, all of us fantasy guys know that this defense is legit. This is not really a sleeper.
You're going to take mine.
Absolutely. This is maybe because there's another one I'm going to throw in there since you took my Patriots one.
Texans.
No. Since you, God, no. So since you took the Patriots one from me, I'm going to add another one in. But the first one I want to say, it's not a sleeper. Just for some reason, no one respects them because it's who they are. The Washington Redskins.
I knew it. I knew it.
Dude.
This is the first
year.
I could see them being number 1. That pass rush is young and it's only getting better and it yes.
Dude, this team, I was just when they made the playoffs and when the record wasn't great, but I was like, what is it about this team? And then they was just oh, hey, they're also the second best defense in the league. I was like,
they just popped out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, I was like, that's what happened.
Wait a second, have they been doing this?
Plus, Ron Rivera is a defensive-minded coach. Always has been. The only thing, they are getting some respect this year because their average draft pick.
No, as they should. But like this is for this is for anyone watching who's like not like a hell of like
if you have a
big
chance, go get
fantasy guy.
Washington. We've been preaching that all
get-
year.
I think they could be the
Washington.
number one defense this year. They've just only been getting better and better, and it's yes.
I actually got one. Looking through this a little later.
The Lions.
Cleveland Browns actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah.
So their
Yes.
average draft position right now amongst defenses is 11.6. They're going right around the same as New Orleans and Denver, and I think Cleveland's and Miami. And I think Cleveland, out of all those four, is the better.
I think it's a little disrespectful.
A little bit. That's what I mean. Like
People are forgetting Myles Garrett.
They're a very complete team. Myles Garrett, great pass
He is
rush.
terrifying.
Dude, he's like very scary.
Phenomenal. Denzel Ward, great shutdown
Yes,
corner for your
absolutely.
number one. It's like he's a guy actually I want to look into. I'm not gonna. I don't know it yet. I want to look into how he was against his individual matchups last year. He's a guy like. He's just very athletic, very good first pick. I liked him at 4 when they drafted him. Like,
Don't forget they also added Clowney. So that the fact that that's your
don't-
number 2 pass rush guy.
I mean, Clowney's numbers.
Clowney pisses me off.
Yeah,
No, he's not what he used to be. But the fact you have to
It's
respect
not-
Myles.
it's
You have to
not a-
respect Myles Garrett more.
that's the big one. It's
Yep.
not what he used to be because the Titans had no pass rush last year. Clowney was their pass rush.
Remember when he was with J.J. Watt? That's the bigger thing you need to remember.
That's the big
You're
one.
now getting a prime pass rusher
And
alongside with him.
even when he was with J.J. Watt, J.J. Watt was hurt most of the time.
I almost would have much rather Cleveland go after Chandler Jones.
Yeah, I would have liked that a little better.
That would have been terrifying.
Yeah.
Holy
But I still
moly.
think Cleveland has a really good defense. And I think their average draft pick of 11th.
They also have a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
Because after last
100%,
year's whole thing
yeah.
against the Chiefs and losing that game.
They're gonna be a team that they're gonna be competing for a Super Bowl. I almost said World Series and a dunce.
Big dumb.
Go in the corner.
I'm sorry guys. They're gonna be a good team.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because I like playing matchups on defenses most of the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Well,
very
that makes
big.
sense.
I usually draft one defense and then I'll leave it. If I can get a good top 5 defense, I'll leave it all year. But if I want to play matchups, I usually have 1 or 2 guys on the bench that I can.
But then it's also like, oh, who's playing the Houston Texans this week?
They might be a good team
If
just
Watson's not playing.
They might be a good defense just to keep on your team all year long, regardless of matchups. Because I think they're going to finish as like a top 10, top 8 team defensively. I think they drafted a little low.
Yeah. Well, guys, the one I wanted to bring in because you took my Patriots one, the Buccaneers.
Love it.
How did we disrespect that?
They brought everyone back.
Everybody back.
That defense that was an absolute
It's all
that has been phenomenal for like 3-4 years is all back again off a Super Bowl.
It's all over.
Yeah.
The same defense that made Patrick Mahomes run 500 yards even before throwing the ball.
It's all over.
And that's not an exaggeration. That's a legit stat.
No, I know.
That's the best part.
They're getting drafted right around the same time as Washington right now, so 4 or 5.
No, good. No, like as they should.
Yeah.
But like
The consistency on the Bucs as a whole is just
But
unmatched.
These are defenses I think could actually finish as like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
By the end of the year.
Washington, I think, will still be number 1 though. Just
I think so
'cause
too. Their
pass rush is that scary.
literally only going to get better.
Yeah.
They're that young.
Yes.
The Jets. No.
God,
Shut your
God,
mouth.
no.
The Jets are lucky if they win games.
Yeah, prayers up for Zach Wilson because
Hopefully he doesn't break a leg.
He's gonna break a lot of things.
My body.
I
He just walks out of every game. Hey guys.
I just you ever see Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah.
I was wondering what was going to break first. Your spirit or your body?
That's literally gonna be Zach Wilson. Hey guys, broke both my legs today, but I'll be out there next week. It's okay. It's okay.
My mind's telling me no.
So is my body.
Not gonna lie, I think I nailed that Bane voice. I think
It was pretty good.
Proud
A
of
little
you.
hint of Sean Connery in there, but
Little
yeah, that's
bit,
fine.
little bit.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Wait, what's the?
I want my gin. I want my gin stirred, not shaken.
Oh no, it wasn't it. Yeah, Sean Connery after the earthquake in Haiti. Sean Connery brought Sean Connery.
It wasn't Sean Connery, but I was talking
Wasn't
about.
it Sean Connery?
No, it was Sean Kent
Oh,
or
God.
something. It
No,
wasn't.
it was-
It's a whole nother thing.
Sean
It's an
Connery.
inside joke. Don't
It
worry
isn't
about
it. This is a total.
Yeah,
inside
either
joke.
way.
Sean.
But how about them kickers?
No, Sean Connery in Haiti. Oh, there's a lot of rubble here.
Why is all your bones on the ground?
Oh, Billy.
You guys live in caves? This is quite the establishment we have here. I like your bar. I like how your bar is one with the ocean.
So kickers,
Fuck them.
figure it out.
Right.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot unless you got Young Wei Koo.
Oh, I love him.
Yep, that's it. No, I don't care. Anybody, Justin Tucker maybe, but figure it out. You're on your own.
Yep, I don't care.
Oh, but thanks for tuning in to Sports on Tap for our 1-year anniversary. Really appreciate it. If you like what we're doing, please like, share, comment, and we do have a merch store. The link will be down in the description below.
Check us out. Thank you.
Please donate to the Haiti.
Please donate to Haiti.
These kids are skinny.
I don't even know.